What's your name?
My name is Angela White.
And what do you do?
I am an engineering technician at Engineer Research and Development Center in Vicksburg, Mississippi.
Mm-hmm. When did you decide to become an engineer?
About 5 years ago when they offered me the job. I had been previously doing the job as a contractor, and I just transitioned over into a federal employee.
Mm-hmm. What do you think would be the most economical way to keep as much damage as possible from occurring in these houses?
In your flood-prone houses, I think if we could raise them up or make some type of waterproof sealant for these people. But the first thing you're going to have to do is make a safe evacuation plan, because no matter how good your technology is, you want to save people's lives first.
Do you know how many houses flooded during the flood in 2011?
There were hundreds of thousands of acres. I don't have an exact number, but it was millions of dollars of property damage, because not only were there homes that were flooded, there were also people's farms, which consist of huge amounts of equipment and property damage, and they weren't able to get their crops in. So there was lots of financial damage done, not just to the homes, but to their property too.
What do you study?
I am the subject matter expert for what is called the Aerial Reconnaissance System. What I do is, primarily during floods, I will go up with a piece of equipment that georeferences with photographs, and we will run the water line so that we can tell people to hurry up and get out. We also send the information back to the Engineering Research and Development Center so that the engineers can determine what needs to be done, such as blowing levees or rapidly installing levees. And for the Mississippi Valley District, we every day during the Morganza spillway opening, we tracked the water level and how high the water rose each day, so we could tell which people to evacuate at which times and how high that water was rising.
What is the most common way to prevent homes from being damaged?
Not building in a flood zone. But since people have already built there, I think that, laws to make them elevate and just new and inventive ideas like y'all are coming up with will be profitable and beneficial to everyone.
What is the biggest project you've worked on?
Wow. Probably the flood of 2011. I work sporadically on different projects, but none of them have lasted consistently and as long as the 2011 flood.
Where all have you traveled with your work?
Oh my goodness. I go to Korea 3 times a year. I've been to Japan. I've been to Uganda. I've been to Honduras. All over the United States, Hawaii, Alaska, Germany, Prague, France, and Italy.
What does your work include?
As I said, my specialty is I'm a subject matter expert in the aerial reconnaissance system, but I also teach a ground reconnaissance system. I'm technically a teacher to the military. I go into different units and I teach them how to use this piece of equipment that was invented at the Engineering Research and Development Center. However, if there's no one in that unit that is capable of using the equipment in the time frame necessary, I will deploy with that unit, such as when I was in Uganda, and I deployed with that unit and recon the entire country of Uganda, which we have no reference maps since 1963. So the U.S. was standing up a base there, and we had no actual road maps that were younger than me.
Is your job ever dangerous?
Every job's dangerous, but Yes, sometimes, as we are always trying to help other people in other countries, sometimes they don't always see it that way. I've been protested against when we were in South Korea, but ironically, there are a lot more our friends nowadays since they got bombed. They appreciate us a lot better. But yes, we've been places where we've had to keep low profiles. When I was in Uganda, we were stopped by the national police and frisked and then sent on our way. But it's the spice of life, and I know that I'm doing good. I know that I'm helping soldiers, and I know that I'm helping my fellow countrymen.
Thanks.
You're welcome.